I'm RanJith. So I have over 12 years of experience in clinical SAS programming, and I have around 7 to 8 years of experience in clinical SAS training. Okay, so I have completed my masters in pharmacy, and I have started my career in SAS in around 2012. So I have learned and started my career in 2012. Okay,
Oh, nice.
so
Amazing.
yeah, and I am from Hyderabad. So
Oh,
this is
that's
about me.
nice. That's nice.
Yes,
So
thank you.
you have been working in this field, sir? Like you have been working in this, have you been like a professional experience?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, okay. So how long you have been teaching all of these, like SAS Clinical?
Like it's around, this is the seventh year actually.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Nice.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And so let's start with your introduction. So just today, so we are going to know about clinical SAS programming, right? So what are the roles of clinical SAS programmer? And to understand the role of clinical SAS programmer, so we need to understand briefly about new drug development, clinical trials, okay, and about SAS. So that's what I'm going to cover today and with this presentation. Okay. First, let us understand the drug development process, right? So to release any drug into the market, okay, for any disease or any new treatment to be released into the market, so it's not an easy task, right? Suppose there is a disease, let's say a type of cancer, okay, and there is an organization, let's say company ABC, and this company believes that there is a treatment a drug or chemical compound, and this will cure this cancer. So A will cure this type of cancer, but can they directly give this to the human beings for consumption? No, right? Because it would be illegal, because this drug has not been tested. Okay? So any new treatment that is released into the market must be tested on human beings. Okay. Now that test is called clinical trials. Okay. And the drug directly cannot be given to human beings, so there is a lot of pre process for that. Okay. So for example, in this slide you can see, so the organization or company develops a chemical compound or a drug or a treatment for a particular disease. Okay, so even the basic research will take around 2 to 3 years, so they have to finalize the chemical compound and dose and everything. Then first it will go for non-clinical studies. The treatment will go for non-clinical studies, meaning that drug or treatment will be tested in labs or on animals, and sometimes both. Okay, and if the results are promising here in the non-clinical studies, then that treatment will go for clinical studies. So clinical studies is where the humans are involved. Okay, and see, even the preclinical trials will take around 3 to 5 years, and clinical studies will take around 3 to 7 years. Okay, not just 3 to 7 years. So the treatment which I am currently working on, so the trial is going on since 22 years. Okay, so it is the treatment for disease hemophilia. So the trial is still on, and it is the 22nd year. Okay, so the clinical trials are very lengthy. Okay, because the human lives are involved here, so we cannot overnight create a drug and we cannot distribute to everyone for the consumption. It might cause a lot of adverse events, serious adverse events, right? So it might not be efficient, so everything must be checked before releasing into the market. Okay, so these clinical studies or clinical trials are conducted on human beings. The treatment is tested on human beings, and it is tested in different phases. So why do we have this phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3? So in phase 1, only less number of people or 10 to 20 people are selected. So this is the first time the treatment is tested on human beings, and the drug is administered, and the safety of the drug will be checked, meaning whether it is causing any adverse events. If it is causing any adverse events, what type of adverse events and how serious the adverse events are. So that will be checked. And if it is causing too many serious adverse events, then the trial will stop here, right? If it is fine, if the drug is safe, meaning it is not causing much adverse events or serious adverse events, then that treatment or drug will go for phase 2. So in phase 2, around 100 to 200 to 500 people will be selected. So again, the number depends on the therapeutic area. So if it is oncology, very less number of people will be included there. And here the safety of the drug, like how it is affecting the human, how many adverse events or how many serious adverse events it is giving. So that will be checked. Along with that, the efficacy of the drug will also be checked. And if the results are promising in phase 2, then that treatment will go for phase 3. So here thousands of people are involved in the clinical trial, different groups, different types of people, like young, adult, old, right, female, male, and people from different countries, different race, and people with different diseases or disabilities will also be tested in phase 3. And once, so here also the safety and the efficiency or efficacy of the drug will be tested, and the complete clinical trial report will be given to regulatory authorities like FDA. So FDA is one of the regulatory authorities, so it is very important regulatory authority from USA, and each country or each region has their own regulatory authority, like European Union regulatory authority. In India we have drug comptroller auditor general, so he is responsible for approving a particular treatment or drug. So these regulatory authorities will look into the clinical trial. Okay. So they will understand, they will analyze what happened in this clinical trial. And then, so if they feel that the drug is safe and efficient, then the drug will get approved. Okay. And so this is new drug application. So even that process will take around 1 year, because simply today they took the report and tomorrow they cannot release it. So they have to analyze it, right? So how it is, how the drug is working, right? So after looking all those points, then they will approve the drug. So only then the drug will be distributed for human consumption, and it is an illegal drug. So if any treatment or any drug doesn't follow this procedure, it is an illegal drug. Okay. And there is post market surveillance as well. So after releasing the drug also, it will be surveilled. Okay. So there will be clinical trials going on some treatments. So if you have seen in the news, like there is one treatment which is stopped, so after using it for 20 years or 30 years, so it has been stopped because it is causing some long term adverse events. Okay. Because in the clinical trial, so maybe it has been conducted for 10 years, then they don't know the long term effects, like how it is behaving over a period of time. So now in the post market surveillance, they have found out that it is causing some adverse events, then it is also banned. So like regulatory authorities has that power as well, so they can ban the already released drug which is present in the market as well. Okay. So this is about drug development process, right? So is it clear? If you have any doubts, you can stop me. So anytime you can stop me and you can ask me. And this is brief introduction, because so we do not want to go into details of this, right? Yes. Now let us understand. So this is pictorial representation of what I have told just now. Clinical trial. So in phase 1, less number of subjects. Phase 2, some more people are added. Phase 3, few more people are added. Then the drug will go for approval. Okay, this is preclinical trial in the lab or on animals. Now, so okay, clinical trials are conducted and they will go for approval for FDA. So what is the role of clinical SAS program? How are we involved in these clinical trials? Right? See here in this picture, this is nothing but a subject or patient or a participant of the clinical trial, okay, or a volunteer of the clinical trial. So the drug or new treatment is being tested on this person. See, there is an doctor or investigator, and if you see, lot of information from that patient is being collected. Like basic information of the patient will be collected: age, sex, ethnicity, race, country. And see, there are a lot of lab tests conducted, and they'll collect the data. There are some height, weight, BMI, basic information about that person, right? And some scanning reports, and a lot of tests will be conducted on each patient or volunteer, okay? And then the treatment is administered to that person over a period of time. And then again they'll check everything, so they'll compare with how the results are before giving the drug and how the results are after giving the drug, okay? So each patient will have a case report form. It's like a paper, or it's like a file for particular patient, and all the data from that patient will be collected into this CRF, case report form. So it will have, so this person is male, 20 years old, country USA, okay, race Caucasian, and height this much, weight this, and what is the treatment given, how much dose, right, how many times, what is the frequency of the dose, right, how it is given orally or how it is given, what is the form of the drug, is it a tablet or IV, right? And after giving the drug, what are the adverse events the patient got? So everything will be collected in a file. That is nothing but CRF. And from that case report file, case report form, the data is extracted, okay? And that data will be given for clinical SAS programmers. See, let's say subject 101, 102, 102. So in this way, the number of subjects. Then what is the sex or gender of that subject? Male, female, male and female. What is the age? Right? What is the country? What is the race? What is the ethnicity? So in this way, there is a lot of information collected from each patient. Now SAS programmers, they use SAS tool. SAS is a software or tool which can be used for analysis. So simply from this data we can find out, okay, how many males and females we have here. See, 1, 2 and 2 females. Now this number is very small, right? There are only 4 people here. I can tell by looking, right? But let's say there are 2000 people. I want to find out how many males and how many females are there, and what is their average age, what is the average age of females, what is the average of age of males, and how many adverse events they got during the clinical trial, what type of adverse events, okay, how many serious adverse events. So this will be analyzed, okay, lot of analysis will be done from that data, and small report will be created from that analysis. So there are 10 males, 20 females, and these are the adverse events occurred, and this is the frequency. Okay, so the simple reports are created, because if we directly send this data which is collected from the patient to FDA, so they won't understand it. I mean, they take a lot of time to understand and a lot of time to analyze it. So we are simplifying that. So we are analyzing the data, so we are reporting that data, and we are sending that reports to FDA so that they can easily understand what is happening in the clinical trial. Okay, and once the reports are created, so entire data, everything will be put into clinical study report or clinical trial report, and that will be submitted to FDA. So our role is to take the raw data from the clinical trial, standardize it, analyze it, create the outputs or reports, and that will be submitted to FDA. So to convert the raw data into standard data, and to standard data into analysis data, from there to reports, in every place SAS will be used. Okay, so the SAS software will be used to transform this data. So that is the reason we have to learn SAS. Okay, so there are other tools also, but the market leader is SAS in clinical trials. Okay, so we are basically going to do data analysis, right? Yeah. Next. So yeah, this is actually, so as I told you, the raw data will be converted into standard data first, then analysis data. From their tables, listings, and figures are generated. Okay, so this entire package will be submitted to regulatory authority. So this we will learn once we start the course. Okay, so you don't worry about this. So I'll share this PPT also, so you can go through this after the class. And now let's understand what is SAS. So SAS is a software. Okay, it is a data analysis tool or software. So it is designed in 1960s and 70s by James Anthony Parr along with NCSU, so National North Carolina State University, USA. And they first used this software to analyze the agriculture data. Okay, so National Institute of Health, so they first used this SAS software to analyze the agriculture data in USA. Then it got popular, so the analysis and all. Then in clinical trials also it has been used, and not just clinical trials. Okay, not just agriculture data. So SAS is used in lot of domains, in banking, in IT, telecom, right? So finance, so a lot of domains SAS is used. Okay, so it is just a data analysis tool. Now, we are using it to analyze the clinical trial data. So bankers will use the data to analyze the bankers data. So in that way, so it is just a tool. So there are a lot of advantages of SAS. So it can do multivariate analysis, business intelligence, predictive analysis, analytics, and creating safe drug and clinical research. So we are basically using SAS in this area. Yeah. So like I told you, SAS is used in multiple domains like pharmacy, banking, okay, retail, telecom. So a lot of domain SAS is used. As I told you, it is simply a data analysis tool. Now, so here the data is unorganized. Okay, using SAS, see that data is analyzed. Okay, that data is standardized, and the reports are created from that unorganized data. So the clinical trial data, so which we get from the patients, so it is called raw data, and it is very huge, and it is unorganized, it is raw, it should be cleaned, it should be standardized, and a lot of things are done on that raw data to transform it into the final reports. Okay, so let us understand. So now I will open SAS. Okay, so this SAS software will be installed into your systems, don't worry. Okay, so once you join in the course, this software will be installed into your system. So this what you are looking at is SAS software. Okay, so don't worry about it. So we will learn in detail about all the aspects of this. So this is just for an example. So I am opening some data. Sorry. So this is called a SAS data set. Okay, so it is a data, it is a very small data. So it has variables, see, name, sex, age, height, and weight. So it has some 5 variables. Okay, and see there are 19 observations. Okay, so each SAS data set has variables and observations. Okay, this is the structure of a SAS data set. Now see, if you observe, there are names of some people, okay, as students, gender or sex of that students, then we have age of that students, height and weight. Okay, in that way, so SAS provides us a lot of sample or free data sets for we can practice using that data, these data sets. Okay, this is one of the small data set. So here, if you see insects, so even the clinical trial data also, so it looks similar, so but the variables would be different. So instead of name we will have patient or subject, right? Instead of sex, then we have age, height and weight. These are common. Additionally, we will see a lot of other data also. So lab data, adverse events, vital signs, a lot of data will be included. Now I want to find out from this data how many females and how many males are there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 males. And since there are 19, so there are 9 females. Okay, and the percentage is around 48 or something, right? 52, so around 50-50%. Okay, now how can I do that? See, this is a very small data set, so I'm able to count it. But sometimes what happens, the data will have like lakhs of observations. Here there are only 19 observations, so sometimes there would be lakhs of observations. We cannot count. Okay, so for that we will write a small piece of code. So I'm opening a different window. Again, don't worry about this. So I'll write a small code. This is the dataset name. I have written the variable name. Okay. So again, don't worry. So we will learn everything from the basics or scratch. So why we are writing that code? See here, you can see females, there are 9 people. Males, there are 10. The percentage of females is 47.37. Percentage of males is 52.63. So in this way, so in clinical trial reports also, we would include all the statistics and that will be sent to FDA. So they can easily understand, okay, in this clinical trial, 9 females are involved and 10 males are involved. Okay, then they'll do their later inspection about the clinical trial report. Okay, and lot of reports will be submitted to FDA. Now, from the same data set, see, we have age 14, 13, 12, 15, right? 11, 16, 15, 11. So I want to find out, so how many different ages we have here. So we can write, see, we have age in that data. We have age 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so we can know, we can understand the data. And let's say I want to find out what is the maximum weight and what is the minimum weight. So what is the minimum weight and maximum weight from this? So maximum weight some around 150 and what is the minimum weight? So for that I can write again a small piece of code and I can derive a lot of statistics from that by writing a small piece of code. See here, weight, so minimum weight is 50.5. Okay, see 50.5. Joyce has the minimum weight and maximum weight 150. Okay, so as I told you, 150. See this person, Philip has the maximum weight. And what is the average weight? So average weight is, so 100 is the average weight, standard deviation. So these are basic statistics, and lot of statistics, other statistics also can be derived. So now I want to know, so this is for overall, so minimum is 50 and maximum is 50. Now I want to find out what is the minimum weight in females, maximum weight in females, what is the minimum weight in males. So this 50 and 150 is overall, right, for all the people. But again, I want to separately find out for females and males. So to that same code, I'll add one more line. See, now it is for females separately. So there are nine females, 10 males, and average age of females is 90. Average age of males is 108. Sorry, this is weight, not age. And this is the standard deviation. So minimum weight of females is 50. Maximum weight of females is 112. Minimum is 83 for males and maximum is 150, the weight. And if you want to derive for height or any other variable, so suppose, see, lot of tests will be conducted during the clinical trial. So let's say the basic RBC test. So it will be tested before giving the drug. Okay, so the clinical trial will go on for a very long period, right? So after 4 weeks, again the RBC will be tested. After 8th week, the RBC will be tested. 16th week, RBC will be tested. Okay, so the data of that person will be collected over the period of time. Now we can understand how the RBC is affected. Okay, so how it is fluctuating after giving the drug and how was the RBC count before giving the drug. So that type of analysis. So a lot of analysis can be done through SAS, and we can find out how many adverse. So patient 101, let's say this subject has taken the study drug, and after taking the study drug, so one day that person got headache, another day that person got some nausea, okay, another day the person got stroke, okay, and someday the person died. So we can find out how many adverse events the patient got, right? And different patient, how many adverse events this patient got. So what are the common adverse events? Okay, so we can understand how the drug is affecting. So let's say for everyone the headache is common after taking the drug, so we can easily understand, okay, headache is coming after giving the drug, so it is common for everyone. So they will look into this headache, why the drug is causing headache, and they can do how to overcome it. Okay, so this type of analysis can be done with SAS, and there are a lot of analysis prediction also. So how long the cancer in oncology, how long the cancer patients will survive, okay, survival analysis and confidence interval, probability values, a lot of things can be derived. Okay, so I am not a statistician, okay, so the numbers will be taken care by statisticians. So again, there are programmers, along with them there are statisticians. So these statisticians has some statistical background, they have degree or post graduation or PhD in their uh, stats in their education. Okay, so they will be very good about this numbers and all. So we are just going to derive the numbers. So sometimes, so we know count, so 9 females and 10 males, so this is the basic statistics we will understand. But probability values, p values, confidence intervals and all, we are just using SAS and deriving them. At last the statisticians will tell whether they are correct or not. Okay, so if you have a statistical background, so it is very good, because you can use the same SAS for deriving a lot of statistical uh, analysis as well. And market needs a lot of biostatisticians now. They are in crunch or resource crunch now. Okay, so this is what SAS can do. Okay, so the data will be, so in this way we will get the raw data from the clinical trials. So this is a very small data set. I'll open a different data set. Let's say there is a data set called cars. So in this you can see Acura, different models from Acura, Audi, BMW, right? And this data set is, see, if I scroll down, there are a lot of observations in this. So it has some 428. Okay, even this is a very small data set for SAS. Okay, so out of these cars, let's say I want to filter. So here we have Volkswagen, Toyota, Volvo. So I want to filter only BMW cars. Let's say, so we will get a lot of huge data, right? From that I want a small piece of data or particular data. See, these are all the BMW cars which are present in that data. Some, so these are the BMW cars, and from that data, okay, in that way if you want to search different things, you can filter the data, you can, a lot of things can be done. You can analyze the data, you can transform the data, you can manipulate, or you can add new things for the data using SAS. Okay, so this is just uh, basic of this. So I just wanted to show you how SAS works. Okay, and don't worry about that code, writing the code and all. So even I am from a pharmacy life science background. Okay, so the programming is very simple. I mean, so we are going to learn it from scratch. Okay, and next. Okay, so why is SAS used? Okay, so SAS is a paid software, so it is not free. So the SAS company will charge. Suppose ABC company is using SAS for their data analysis or clinical trial analysis, or if it is a banking company, for banking analysis they use. So this SAS will be, it is not free. So SAS will sell this software. Okay, so they'll give that software for their use and they'll charge money for that. So because of that, So SAS will be frequently updated. Okay, and so SAS is very secure. So when the ABC company, they are using their data in SAS. So they are using their clinical trial data. So it is very sensitive data, right? It should be very secure. It cannot be breached or it cannot be manipulated. So SAS gives that. I mean, it is very secure. So data security is very high. Okay, so that is one more reason, and it is frequently updated. And all the, see, just now I have written some procedures to derive the counts. So all these procedures are tested, so they are 100% accurate. Okay, so there are a lot of new softwares, so which are open source, free. And so what statistics they give? Okay, so we can use a lot of, since it is an open source, so a lot of people create their own codes and put in there, and that codes will be used for derivation of counts or a lot of other statistics, but we cannot tell or we cannot rely that statistics are accurate. But SAS, it is tested, it is already present in the market since long time. So it can be relied, it is a reliable source of software. Okay, so and it is very easy to learn, user interface is very simple. Okay, and whenever we write the code, see, I have written the code, right? So if I do a mistake in this, so suppose I missed a semicolon. Okay, so after every line we basically use semicolon. So if you buy now, see, after every line we use a semicolon. Suppose I missed a semicolon and I am running that code or processing that code. Okay, there is another window called log, so it will directly tell us so where we have committed that mistake. Okay, so it is very easy to understand or very easy to debug or know where we committed the mistake. Okay, so all the algorithms, all the procedures are tested, and so that is the advantages for us. And SAS programmers has a very good offering. There are huge prospects for SAS programming. Okay, and earlier it used to be only I mean the pharma companies, okay, big giants, they hire the SAS programmers. Now, see, to develop a new drug, as I told you, to conduct the clinical trials, millions and billions are invested in that. Okay, and because of that reason there is huge money in this. Okay, so even now the IT companies, a lot of big IT giants are also involved in the clinical trial analysis. Okay, so earlier used to be only the pharma companies, but now it is not like that. So even uh, IT companies are also into clinical SAS. So there are a lot of organizations which uh, have offers for clinical SAS programmers. Now, so coming to our course, what we are going to learn. See, I told you what is the role of SAS programmer: converting raw data into standard, then final creating reports from that. Okay, in between we are standardizing the data, we are analyzing the data. So in every step SAS is being used. First we will learn SAS programming, or how we can handle that data. So how we can handle those variables, how we can handle those observations, how we can create new variables or new observations. Okay, how can we combine two different data sets, right? So there are a lot of things, a lot of topics in SAS. So first we are going to learn SAS programming. So that is, first is base SAS, so basics. Then we will see advanced SAS. Okay, so in this we will cover SQL, okay, structured query language, and macros. Then, so this is the programming part. So this will be completed in around 2.5 months, 2 to 2.5 months. So we are going to learn every day. We will have a class, we will have class for 1 hour, same like this, it will be an online class, and we are going to learn each new topic every day, or right? And we will see, I will teach you in this software itself. I'm not going to write any notes on paper, so everything will be taught in SAS. So I'll open SAS and I'll show you how we have to write the program, what it does with that program. Everything we will see live. Okay, so first in 2.5 months we are going to learn SAS clearly. Then after that we are going to apply this SAS skill on clinical trial data. So that is our project. So we will get raw data. Okay, I'll provide you the raw data from a clinical trial. So that will be converted into standard data, and from that analysis and reporting. So in every plus step, SAS is being used. So first we are learning SAS. Then we are applying that SAS skill on clinical trial data. So that is what we are going to do in our course. Okay. So we will get real-time data. I mean, the data from a real clinical trial, and so we are going to convert. We are going to derive all this because this is what we are going to submit for FDA, right? And yeah, so this is the structure of our course. First, we will learn base and advanced SAS. Okay, so then we will see about clinical trials also. So we will understand what clinical trials are. So what is the process of clinical trials? What are the designs of clinical trials? Okay, some theory parts also we are going to see. Then we will apply our SAS skills on the project. I mean the clinical trial data. Okay, so which involves learning about CDISC. So these are parts of when we start this project. We will understand what is SDTM, ADAM. This is standardization of data. This is analysis of data. Okay, so these are the things we are going to learn in our course, and the course will last for 3.5 months. Okay, so plus or minus 10 days. So the course duration is that. And so once we, so yeah, as I told you, everyday class we will have around 1 hour, and from Monday to Friday every session will be recorded. See, now even this session is being recorded and it will be given to you, right? And every day after completion of the task, I mean the topic, so I'll upload the same notes but which we learn here in classroom. So the same notes will be uploaded for you. So every notes will be combined. So we will upload it to a drive, so that access will be given to you. So you will have notes for all the topics. You will have the video recordings. So if you miss any classes, so you should not miss, but if you miss any classes, you will be provided with video recordings. Okay, and so after each topic there will be tasks connected on that to understand it much better. Okay, and frequently we will have some tests also. So after completing the data step we will have revision and test. After completion of proc step we will have revision. So we will do a lot of revision also because SAS needs a lot of revision and practice. Okay, and yeah, yeah, so this is about the course actually. So everything will be recorded and it will be provided to you. And after completion of the course, so I will guide you in building your resume. Okay, and also there will be mock tests conducted. So in that mock test, so how the real-time interview will be conducted same way. So I would conduct some interviews for you. I'll test your skill, then you can apply for the jobs. So that is how our course goes. Okay, yeah, so all the classes will be online, same like now. So every class will be recorded. Okay, yeah, okay, so now if you have any questions you can start asking any type of questions. So don't worry, don't hesitate. Okay, and if you have any doubts in that clinical what I have told till now, you can ask that also. Okay, yes.
Yeah, hi Ranjit, Raja here. Hello.
Hi Raja. Yes.
Yeah. So, Ranjit, do you provide any job assistance upon completing the trainings?
Job assistance in the sales, see, once you complete the course, so I would let you know where the openings are. So I can tell you, even I would look into the Naukri sites and all. Then I would let you know, so this company is offering jobs. Then so at last, so it is you are going to attend the interview and uh, yeah, facing the interview. Yes, so assistant meaning, so that is what we do.
Okay, all right. And then, may I know, like, the hierarchy? See, for example, I'm in, as I mentioned, like, I'm in pharmacovigilance domain. And, initially,
Yes,
we'd be working on, it is like associate, senior associate, and then team
yes,
lead.
yes,
Yeah. So
yes.
what would be the hierarchy in SAS?
So in SAS, like in my current organization, so first the career will start with junior analyst SAS programmer. Then it would be analyst SAS programmer. then associate, then senior associate SAS programmer, then SDM, service delivery manager. So in that way, the hierarchy, it is not consistent in all the organization. It depends on the organization. Basically, it is junior programmer, then senior programmer, then the team lead or subject matter expert. Okay, so the hierarchy is in this order actually.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking is like, as I told
Mhm.
you already, I have nearly 9 years experience.
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm just wondering like how would I fit in this? Like if I'm going to learn SAS and how can I include SAS experience in my this thing resume?
correct.
So yeah,
Yes,
that's the reason.
yes, yes. Yeah. So one thing is, if you want to change your domain, so you have to apply as a fresher. So that is one thing. Uh, yes,
Okay. Okay. So okay. Yeah. Right.
yeah. Because the experience which you have now, that would be, so you have work experience, but it would not be relevant for SAS. So again,
Right.
yes, you can apply as a fresher, but so you have a lot of domain knowledge, but still the programming part you would be uh,
Pressure. Yeah.
a fresher. Yes.
Yeah, Ranjit. That's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Raj. Yes.
Hello, hello. Hi, how are you? Hello,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Hi. Fine.
Yes. So
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
once we finish this course after like 3.5 months, do
Hmm.
we get any certifications or like how we
Yes,
will
yes,
see ourselves?
yes. See, once we complete our course, so we will provide you a certificate from our institute. Okay,
Okay,
and
from
there
your
is
institute.
one more certification. So which is institute. So there is SAS certification also. Okay, so we have to visit the SAS site, and they conduct SAS certification course. I mean, not course, SAS certification exam. So we have to pay. I mean, it's around in rupees around 16 to 80,000, 18,000. So base SAS certification, you have to pay for SAS, and they will give you a slot for examination. So and you have to attend that. Then you would be able to get the certification. So with our course, you can easily clear that certification exam.
Okay, so that certification exam, so is it online exam or where we need to go?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
it is. It is online. It is
we
online.
can give any from anywhere in the world, right?
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay, so these are that exam. Is it like one attempt or like just 18,000 for one attempt, or we can do multiple attempts?
Ah,
Like,
yes. I
what
think
is the
again there are
what is
some,
yes,
yes,
yes, and what is like
yes.
percentage? Like, how
Again,
many points you need to score? Like, how will be the certification to
yes.
get? You know?
Yes, yes. So I believe there are different types of packages in that. So one is you can attempt only once, and if you pay some more, maybe like 20,000, so you would get two attempts. Okay, and
Okay,
the
okay.
passing criteria is now I guess it is like 60 percentage you have to get in that. So out of 100 questions, you have to clear 60.
What? How much time will be the exam? Like, and how many questions will be there? Like, what will be the model?
It's like I believe it's around 2.5 to 3 hours, because even I did not write the certification, but yes,
Okay.
definitely I will provide you the details. So I
Are
believe
you
it's
talking
around
about
two
the
and a half.
Pearson
No, no, not Pearson. It is SAS certification.
SAS certification? Okay.
SAS certification. Yes,
So it will be like 2.5 hours exam. We need to answer like 100 questions. Like it will be, we don't know. Like it will
yes,
be some like but like 100 questions on different
yes,
topics. So we need
yes.
to pass the exam. We need to at least score around like 60% of the marks. Okay. So
Correct.
then we
Yeah,
will get the online certificate, or they will mail us a like physical copy as well.
yeah. They will give a soft copy, and maybe I'm not
A
sure, but
physical.
you also get a hard copy as well.
Okay, and one more last doubt. So once I finish this course, so I will get a certificate from your institute, okay?
So
Correct.
is
Yes.
that going to help me to find a job? Or if I do this certification, then what will be the advantage of doing this one, like SAS, this certification? Like one is from institute and the other is from the
Yeah.
organization, right?
Yes.
So we
Yes.
need to
Yes.
get, or if you want to start a professional career in this field, okay? So
Hmm.
we need to
Yes.
write that SAS, the direct exam from SAS organization. So
Hmm.
to apply for jobs.
Yeah. I'll tell you. See, when you so the process of selecting a SAS programmer, so there will be an interview conducted. Okay. So in that interview, the skill of that associate or that person will be tested. So how skillful in SAS that person is, okay, and
Yes.
how much the person knows about the clinical trials, okay. So this will be primarily checked, and this certification is an added advantage. That's it. So it doesn't play a major role in getting a job. So see, as I told you, I have around 12 years of experience in this domain. Still, I did not write any certification exam. I do not have any certification because
Okay.
at last the skill in SAS will be tested. So it is useful. It will be an added advantage. So when you upload your resume, if you include that you have SAS certified, so it would give weightage for that. Okay, but at last the skill in the SAS will be tested.
So it's not mandatory. It's on us. Like if we can crack the
Not
interview
mandatory.
without the
Not mandatory.
certification, also fine. If we want to keep it as a,
Correct.
like an advantage to like
Yes.
get higher chances of selection in the inter, like to
Selection.
pick our
Correct.
profile, then we can do certification as well. Okay.
Correct.
So there is only one certification,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
So
And
the SAP organization
yeah, yeah.
conducts one certification, that is the one.
No. See, we
Yeah.
have first is base SAS certification.
Yes.
Yes. Then we also have advanced SAS certification. Okay. Advanced SAS
Okay.
certification also. I think it is a bit costlier than that, maybe 50 to 60,000 for that examination.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is the base SAS certification, and this can be cleared after completion of our course. So the topics which we learn, so same thing will be asked in that certification exam.
Okay, so
We can easily
if
clear
you
that
want to clear
examination
the
once we
advanced
yes.
exam, if you want to clear the advanced exam,
Hmm.
then we need to do additional, like
Hmm.
we need to do additional study, or like that one is also
Yes.
we can clear it.
Yeah, so we are covering some parts from the advanced SAS because see, SAS has a lot of things. Okay, now what is required for our clinical trial data analysis? Okay, so we will learn so what is required for us. But in
Yes.
advanced SAS, there are a lot of other things as well because it is used in different domains. Okay, for a different purposes also. So there are a lot of topics in advanced SAS as well. So we are going to cover few topics from advanced SAS
Okay.
but not the entire SAS. So if you want to get advanced SAS certification, then again there will be course provided by SAS also on advanced SAS. You have to attend it and then you have to crack it. But base SAS is which we are going to cover all the topics from that.
Okay, so once we learn the basic SAS only, then we can go towards advanced SAS.
Correct.
Or if we do,
Yes.
if we started course in advanced SAS, so that is separate course, or this is the course. Like you need real time experience to go in advanced SAS course, like to do that certification.
Yeah. As I told you, I mean, the base SAS is the basic. First, everyone will learn the base SAS. Only then they can go for advanced SAS because so everything is linked. So we cannot directly start advanced SAS because if we understand the basics and base SAS, only then we can understand the advanced SAS.
Okay, so you also do advanced SAS training after this if you want to learn like advanced level, advance our career mode.
No.
So where should we like approach it? Like where should we go and learn?
Yeah, so I do not provide advanced SAS particularly for the certification. So we will cover some topics from advanced SAS which are required for our clinical SAS analysis, clinical data analysis. So if you want to learn advanced SAS, so there are again, I mean, maybe you can ask Ravi also. So the contact which just now you called our institute, right, Ravi?
Yes, yes,
So he
yes, I know.
might provide. Yes, yes. He can be helpful for you because so I'm just a trainer for this institute. So you can ask him. Maybe they
Okay,
provide.
okay.
Yeah. So
I got it. I got
I am
it.
mostly focused into yes clinical. trial
Sure.
analysis.
Okay, okay, okay. No
Yes,
problem, sir.
yes.
That's nice. Okay, okay. So, I mean, where do you think like the job market in India is good, or in like any other country like US, Canada, Australia, like where in all around the world is good? Like, is it easy to
Yes,
find? Yes. So mostly like
yes. All around the
where
world.
yes,
Correct. Yes. So there are a lot of openings in India and in US also, in UK as well. Okay. And so right now you might have heard that there is recession going on, but see, even recession will not affect this clinical SAS programming. Okay, that I can tell you, because
yes, medical
this is
pharmacy is good.
completely, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. People will
So
not
there
stop
is no
eating medicine. Yeah,
correct, exactly. Yes. So there is no effect, especially on clinical side, and there are a lot of requirement in uh,
going
skillful
on.
SAS
Yeah,
programmers going
yeah.
on.
So
Yes.
the
So if you
research
if
will be
you if you
always
open Naukri,
the
yes,
research will be always going on this.
always
Yeah,
going on. Correct, correct.
always going on non-stop.
And yes, and if you look into the sites like Indeed and Naukri, so which
So like I'm
tells
because
there are openings.
I'm
So if you
yeah.
see, there are a lot of openings for SAS programmers.
Currently like I'm
Yes.
in US, right? So I need to see like you in US
Yes,
like
yes, correct,
yeah.
correct.
So do you
Yes,
have
yes,
you can
yes.
also help
Even
me
even
like
USA.
you can help me with
Hmm.
like as you told like you will provide assistance. So if you want to job like if you can also provide assistance to
Correct,
find job in
correct.
US also. USA like you
Yes,
have okay,
yes, yes.
okay. Okay, it was nice. Like it was a good session. Almost you explained us. So yeah, we understood like a broad perspective how things goes. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, thank you. Yes. So, any questions?
So yeah, so we can leave the session now. Like everything is done.
Yes,
If
yes.
you
Everything is done. So, if you do not have any questions, yeah, we
I
can.
have a question.
Yes, yes, buddy.
So sir, I just have this concern. So I see a lot of new medication on market, such as like new weight loss drugs, and some of them not even like a FDA approved. So
Hmm.
these medications, do they also have to go through like a phase one, phase two, or phase three? Like you were mentioning in your notes.
Yes, yes, correct. Yes, yes. Any medicine which is uh, released into the market, like in US market also. So FDA is the regulatory authority. Okay, so even that drug, weight loss drug as well. So it is a treatment. So even that should undergo clinical trials. And so when we talk about clinical trials, there are different phases in it: phase one, phase two, and phase three. Definitely, but see, it depends again on the therapeutic area. So this weight loss drugs, so the duration of the clinical trial might be comparatively lesser than other treatments. So if it is like diabetes or oncology or particular disease, the clinical trial will go on for a longer period of time. But for weight loss, maybe the period will be short, but again, it should undergo phase one, phase two, and phase three as well.
So does it mean like all the medication, all the new medications, they all have to go through the clinical trials, right?
Correct. Exactly. Correct. See, for
Okay.
example, for diabetes, we have
Mm-hmm.
insulin. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this will go for clinical trials. Let's say there is XYZ, another company, they came up with a new treatment. So this should also go for clinical trials. So for the same disease, if we are trying to release a different treatment into the market, so every treatment must undergo clinical trials. So it's not
Oh,
that so insulin is treating, so this drug or this new treatment can be given to diabetes. So even this should pass the clinical trials, then only it will be used for treatment of diabetes. So that is the reason there is a huge competition in market. So each company will try to bring up their own medication and put in the market. So it's like a race.
oh yeah. So So why not like some medications are not like approved by FDA, but they're still on market and people are still buying them, even though they don't know like the exact if there's adverse reaction or not, like because that those are
Mhm.
not like approved by FDA. So but people are still buying. Um, so
So,
what does that mean?
are you talking about the treatments which do not
Yeah, like
undergo clinical trials
yeah,
and?
like I was just going over some just like a regular pills, like a weight loss pills on Amazon, and
Yes, yes,
on the bottom of it, like when you go for the reviews and you see that it said it like it's not approved by FDA. So what does
FDA,
that
yes,
mean?
yes. So it did not go through the clinical. The FDA did not approve, meaning so the clinical trial is not conducted on that particular treatment. Okay, and
Oh,
so some treatments like there are some cosmetics, right? So they will be just tested on the animal tests or lab tests. Then they'll be approved because since they are not going to cause any serious
so are
adverse
they
events or
safe to take it? Are they even safe to
no.
take it if they're no? Okay.
No, they are not safe because see, whatever is approved by FDA or any regulatory authority, so that
Mm,
treatment has undergone clinical trials. So we know
mm,
the effects and we know how safe that is. We know how efficient that is. Okay, so
mm,
it should be clearly, we know we can just open Google and type a treatment, so we can understand how the clinical trial is conducted, how many participants were there in that clinical trial, how safe it is, how efficient it is, right? So if it is
mm.
approved by the FDA, then definitely it is safe and efficient. Okay, and
Oh,
there are a lot
okay.
of other treatments or a lot of other things so which are not approved by FDA. So they,
Mm,
since they are not harmful, so they can be released into the market by bypassing this and few using few different laws, but
mm,
still they they are not proven.
mm, mm. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Phil.
Also,
Okay.
there is one more question.
Yes.
Um, so like you mentioned, this says software, it like it's every year. Does it like update it? Like, do they always add something new to this software? So if they do we have to upgrade our certification by taking a note every year?
No, it's not like that. So, yeah. So, updates meaning the software and how efficient it is. So, that uh, back end, the processing time, that would be updated. The course or the code, the program which we learn. So, it's like same. See,
Oh,
now
okay,
earlier it used to be 9.2 version. Now it is
okay,
9.3. Sorry,
uh-huh.
9.3. Currently it is 9.4. Okay, so the program which we write in 9.2, it would give the same result in 9.3, 9.4 also. So the
Okay,
program, it doesn't change. Okay, so only
I
the
see.
version is changed because they are trying to improve the graphics of that, and so processing
I
time will
see.
be reduced. So these are the
Okay.
aspects which would improve. But in any version, so whatever we learn, so that will be applicable for all the versions. So it doesn't change.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay
Like,
then.
what will be
So
the what will be the sorry, last question. So,
yeah, yeah,
what
no
will be
problem.
the
Yes.
packages once we finish this course? If you are going in this field as